My name is Martin. I have been studying charisma and social skills for 3 years straight. Here are my test results so we can all see that I'm not bullshitting you. I have 30 friends in my local gym. I have a 12-year-old friendship with my best friend, and I have a 1-year-old relationship with my girlfriend with zero arguments. And this video is about to be split into 4 parts. First impressions, conversation, atmosphere and vibe, and finally the initiation. A final warning before we start: this video is only for people who have a high attention span, so if you don't have a high attention span, you can just click off. So let's start with first impression, and I'm gonna give you a simple hack how can you initiate a conversation easily in the click of your fingers with absolutely anyone. So the most important thing that you need to remember is that people love when they are given some compliment. For example, if you see someone on the street or at your local gym and you see something about them that you truly appreciate, come up to them and honestly tell them, whoa, that is a massive weight you are pushing over there. Whoa, your haircut looks so nice. Whoa, that suit over there, it looks so nice. Say it in this nice and wholesome energy, like you truly mean it. To be honest, don't pick multiple things about the person because that will look needy. Imagine if someone were to come up to you on the street and, I like your haircut, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. Yes, you will feel flattered, but at some point you will start be, dude, that's enough. I get it, dude. So we need to just take 1 or 2 things, not so many, so we will not look needy, but also not zero, because then we are not complimenting anything. Just pick 1 or 2 things, come up to a random person that you would like to speak to, and start with a compliment. Because a compliment creates this nice and wholesome atmosphere, and you can just continue the conversation from there. Imagine you are building a house and you start your first impression at the extremely well built support. This support, in our case, is the positive compliment. And from this support, you can just build on and on and on and on and on. And this is how you will create a very good relationship right off the bat. But now, when we complimented the person and the person said, oh, thank you very much. By the way, my name is Martin. What is your name? Now we have to continue the conversation, but how exactly do we do that? What visual cues, what things in their speech should we look for? I'm gonna give you the perfect strategy to this. If you really want to get someone to like you almost immediately, you have to understand that this shit is not about you. This is gonna sound really rough to some people, but a conversation is never about you. Yes, there has to be at least 2 people for the conversation, but if you want to be liked by almost everyone, become like a psychiatrist. Become so good at listening that people are gonna open up about things that you would not even believe are possible. We need to take ourselves completely out of the picture. We need to throw ourselves out the window and we need to be focused on the other person. We need to tell them, listen, how's been your day? What have you been doing? Do you have any pets? Blah, 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 blah. Ask about them. This is not about you. This is not a contest who is gonna get more words in, who is gonna be more impressive. No, let them talk. And if they are going to be talking, great, you are winning the game. If you can imagine this like a video game, the one that speaks more is in a worse position than the one who speaks less. And I'm gonna give you a few examples why you should not speak so much. First of all, if you speak way too much, there's a higher chance that you're gonna say something really stupid. And why am I talking to you about this is because listening is much more easier to learn than speaking. If you want to learn speaking, you need to know volume, rate of speech, melody, pitch, tonality, pauses, articulation, millions of different stuff you need to learn if you want to be a good speaker. But in listening, you just need to ask, do I care about this person? Am I nodding my head and saying back channel cues like mm-hmm, mm-hmm? And finally, am I giving open-ended questions? That's it. That's the only thing to listening. So first of all, if you are gonna speak way too much and you are not a skilled communicator and you have not been studying keynote speaking for maybe even 3 months, just go with listening. It's much simpler and it builds rapport almost immediately. Imagine you are trying to win a lottery, but you buy 1,000 tickets for a lottery. There's a pretty higher chance of winning than if you just bought 1 ticket of lottery. So that's why you should speak less if you're not a professional speaker. So that's the first thing. If you are not going to be speaking a lot, there's a almost zero chance that you're gonna mess something up and look awkward or weird. That's the reason why I'm telling all of my students, please listen. It's much easier to listen than it is to speak. Second of all, you be so mysterious. Because imagine if you are talking 20% of the time, but the other person is talking 80% of the time. Huh. How interesting. Now this person is about to think that you are some mysterious character from a TV show. But I know that sounds exaggerated, but imagine if you are talking 20% of the times and they are talking 80% of the times, and some person were to come up to this person who have just been talking to, and they would just ask the guy, listen, who is that person you were talking to? And they were like, um, I guess his name is David. And they have no idea who you truly are, but you have gained so much information on them that they feel a connection to you because you are a good listener. And finally, I have already mentioned this, it builds so much rapport because you are not always talking about yourself, how you complain about this, blah, blah, all this stupid shit that nobody cares about and nobody wants to hear. Fuck, literally, complaining people are the worst type of people. And also with judging people. Fuck these people. Please, don't judge people on your first impression, nor talk about yourself way too much, because then people are gonna fucking think like, who the fuck is this person? I can't even speak properly about myself. So that's why, never ever talk about yourself way too much, and never ever judge other people. They're about to help you for that. But you might be like, oh, so when do I speak? I have the exact solution for you. You will only speak at the times when you will have a common ground with a person. So imagine it is like a game. You are trying to pick at the other person and you are trying to nip and find things that you two have in common. So for example, if you see someone really muscular, there is a higher chance that this person goes into the gym. And you can talk about nutrition with them, protein shakes, exercises, rest time, whatever it might be. It is much easier for you to find a common ground and then continue the conversation from there. The most important thing is to find common ground and then you will speak. It will look something like, yo Adam, how has been your day? Oh, I have been going to the gym. Whoa, that's impressive. Whoa, I really appreciate that because I'm also going to the gym. Whoa, awesome. What protein shakes are you taking? Oh, I'm taking the whey protein one. And now you have a common ground. It's like a shot in the dark. If you try to find their interest, try to find something that you guys can really connect in. So you are just trying to shoot. Every single one of your question in the listening is you shooting in the dark, imagine like that. You shoot, miss, doesn't matter. You shoot again, you miss. You should, oh, okay. I hit a jackpot right there. I found a really common conversation. It's like, you have kids? No, I don't. Shit. Do you know David? No, I don't. Are you really interested in drawing? Oh, I am. Oh, and now that is a jackpot. That is a bullseye right there. And you can continue the conversation from there. So that's the time when you can speak because that's actually going to be beneficial to the conversation because you both are exchanging value with each other because this person, oh, I drink whey protein, and you are like, oh, I drink this kind of protein, I'm doing this type of exercise, I'm doing this type of exercise, and you already are talking in the common ground. So if you don't find any common ground and you just want to joke around, that's completely fine. But if you catch yourself judging the other person or talking way too much about yourself, cut that shit out and try to focus on them. Try to shoot your shot and try to hit the bullseye. Now let's go to the second part and let's talk about conversations. And the most important thing is the conversation threading. You have never probably heard about this, but I'm gonna explain it to you in a very simple way. Oh, I have now realized I have something on the board that I would like to show you also. This is the friendship formula. If you combine proximity with frequency, with duration, and with intensity, you will be able to gain friendship. In this case, proximity is how close you are living to the other person. Frequency, how long are you meeting together. Duration is for how long are you meeting together. So frequency might be once per week at his house. But duration is, oh, but we are gonna be there for 2 hours at his house. It might be only one day a week, but we are there for 2 hours. And finally, the intensity is how intenseful are your conversation with this person. They might be funny, goofy, shit, awesome, fun. Maybe they might be really insightful. Maybe you will teach each other a lot of knowledge. That is intensity. So if you combine all of the... My mic almost fell off. So if you combine all of these things, you best believe you're gonna have a friendship. That was just a little side point. This should not even be in this video, but I included it anyway. Let's go to conversation further. I have been in the gym with my friends. It was super fun. If you are a great conversationalist, yeah, I guess that's how you say that. What words will you use to continue the conversation from now on further. The words that I am immediately noticing are the words gym, are the words friends, and are the words fun. We can take these words, gym, friends, and fun, and we can slingshot ourselves into the new conversation. You have to imagine yourself like a puppet master, and you have to puppeteer the conversation and where you want the conversation to go. I'm gonna tell you an actual story how someone used this on me, and I was immediately shocked after the entire conversation because I realized this person got all of the information on me, but I learned nothing about them. It was the only person I know that was able to destroy me in the conversation. Me, someone who was studying charisma and social skills for 3 years straight. I got beaten in the conversation by, let me write down his name so he can be the inspiration for all of us. Adam beat me in the conversation by using this method. So I'm gonna expose you this method so you can beat someone who is learning charisma and social skills for 3 years straight. Let's string up this word and make a sentence about this word. You can ask something like, in which gym have you been in? So you might ask the address, or you might already make some assumptions and you might ask, were you on gym A or gym B? And they will immediately answer to you in which gym they have been in. You can ask, were there a lot of people? Because we can all know if we go into the gym at 5 p.m., that's not a good time. Because everyone is fucking there. So these might be these two types of questions you can ask. Then you might go into the word friends and string up the word friends. And you might be asking, have you been with someone I know? Oh, this can spike some great conversations. Kudos to you if you also know someone's name. So instead of asking, have you been with someone I know? You ask, have you been with David? So that is much more specific. Then I have come up with this. What was the most fun thing you guys did? This combines the word friend with fun also. So imagine stringing up the word friends and fun combined together, and whoa, we have this line right here. So this is combining the words fun and the word friend. Of course, I don't want you to overthink on the spot like this. So he said the word friend, and now he said the word gym, and now I have to respond with this. Don't be autistic. Don't fucking do that. I just want you to capture these words and capture the most important words that you can slingshot yourself into the next conversation. But what should we do if one of these lines will fail? For example, in which gym have you been in? I have been in the gym in gym B, let's say. Great, but what if you have never been inside that gym? Oh, now you can ask the person, oh, I have never been in that gym before. Can you explain to me how it looks? Is it good? Should I try it? Millions of different questions now. I'm gonna write it down for you. And these are all responses to I was never there. But if you were in that gym, nice, you now found a common ground. And now you can ask, oh, I was there. Oh, now I'm gonna write a X here so you can know that this is a response where you were not in the gym, but here you was in the gym. And you can now say, oh, I was there, that's fucking goated. You will dab him up and you will say to him, listen, that was great. I was in that gym. It was fucking awesome. I loved it. If you were to ask this type of question, were there a lot of people? And they would just say, no. What do we do now? We cannot bounce from the word no, because that's really hard. So if someone tells us no and the conversation just ends there, we will go back to the original sentence and we can ask questions from there. So now, were there a lot of people? No, there weren't. Great. End of the conversation. Let's come back. So, what was the most fun thing you guys did there? Easy, simple, smooth, clear. Everything went perfectly. Switch and go back to the original sentence and find something from there. This is how you will have infinite conversations. Because even if this conversation fails for, I don't know, this will go somewhere here and you'll fail at the end, you will just come back to this and you will say, what was the most fun thing you guys did there? And you are back at the most original question. Simple as that. So that's conversation threading for you. And when I was telling you that, oh, we are going into the same gym together, when the person said, oh, I was going into gym B, and you said, oh, I was going into gym B also, if that happens, that is a perfect time to touch the other person. Not in a weird sexual way, no, don't get me wrong. This is not some gay shit, okay? Dab them up. Shake hands with each other. This is what I do almost on daily basis, and people absolutely love me for this, because human touch increases the creation of oxytocin, which is a hormone that makes us feel accepted and happy. And also, If you smile at someone, their brain releases endorphins, which is also another hormone associated with love and positive energy. When something really common happens to you, maybe you are going to the same trainer. I'm just using a lot of gym examples because I'm going to the gym myself. So if you have the same trainer, if you are going into the same gym, that is the perfect time to stick out your hand and let's fucking go, let's go, and dab up the other person and tell them we are similar to each other. That little touch will increase the trust that you guys have together. That is just a simple little thing that I just wanted to put out there. Touch other people. Not in a weird way, not in a gay way. Touch them when you have something in common. That's what I like to do. And also when the other person has made some big, huge win. For example, if their salary got better, or maybe they have hit 100 kg bench press, whatever it might be. If this person, your friend, will get some sort of win in their life, great. That is the perfect time to give them a hug or dare them up and tell them you did great. That is the perfect time to do that. The other thing that I really like to do when talking to new people or even to my friends that I know for a lot of years is that I'm gonna notice some things like tattoos or scars. Remember these two things. These two things are so important to conversations because you can spark up some very nice and emotional conversations when you will be talking about these things. If you don't judge people and if you are not talking about yourself way too much, people are gonna be really open to you and they are gonna try to express their feelings. Because imagine if you were to try to express your feelings to someone, but they're gonna say, no, you should do it like this, no, you fuck up, you are stupid for this, blah, blah. You will never ever want to open up to them ever again because you will know that you will get judged. So if you are judging other people, don't expect them to show you their secrets because you are being way too judgmental. But let's go back to what I was talking about. If you see someone with a tattoo or a scar, these two things, important as hell. You can ask them, what is the story of that scar? What is the story of that tattoo right there? And you can get so many great stories from there. Once I have asked my friend in the gym, sure, what is that story of that tattoo on your shoulder? He had a huge pitbull tattoo on his shoulder. And he told me a very, very heartwarming story. And throughout his whole life, his parents told him he cannot leave the home and he cannot get a tattoo. So, as a rebellious act towards them, he decided to one day leave the house. At night, he crawled out of the window and he went to a tattoo artist. And he got that pitbull tattoo from there, from the rebellious act to not give a shit about his parents and what they think about his future. And that was so inspiring when I hear that. Now I am going to go into atmosphere and the overall vibe of the situation. For example, if you are just drinking from a cup, instead of saying, oh dude, would you like this? Say it in a more funny way. Yo bro, I got this funny water for you, man. You are deliberately making the situation more fun by your voice. And people love when they can find carefree people who are just gonna be, listen, bro, take this water right here. People love these people because they know they're not taking life seriously. If you will always be serious and you will go, oh, then this happened in work and then this, with a loads of knowledge, there has to be a little bit of fun inside of it. The most important thing that I have learned is that even though you have a lot of knowledge, still needs to be fun. I've been in this one community online and there are people who want to improve their lives, they're on self-improvement, they want to create better health, better lifestyle for them and their family, but they are so serious that I cannot relate to them. I just cannot. There's no fun inside that group and I hate it. I despise it. Because there is only knowledge, yes, don't get me wrong, no, it's so great, but if you don't have fun, you cannot laugh about stupid shit, where is the point? So if you will build a rapport with your listening, also, if you want to, for example, give someone water, hey, listen, bro, I have pulled up this nice water for you, man. Just try this, bro. If you do it in this funny, high-pitched melody, people are gonna adore you for that. And it's gonna show that you don't give a shit. You are not taking life seriously. And people love to spend time with these people because imagine if everyone always has some problem inside their work, inside their business, inside their lives, but suddenly they would just meet a person who just doesn't give a fuck. They are gonna put their positive energy onto them. And that's the most awesome gift that you can give to anyone. your positive energy. Now, the other thing, if you also want to be good, you have to follow up with people. Because, listen, I've seen a lot of people, and when they meet someone, they are not following up with them. Once I have heard this story from this one guy who teaches social skills online. His name was Josh Otsuya. Maybe you know this guy. And he told a story when he messaged a person. He had a great talk. He had an awesome relationship with him. He was talking with him nonstop, great, and he wanted to go with him somewhere. But this person did not respond to his message. I have to admit, this is super rare, because if you are gonna have a good, fun, memorable conversation, you are always listening to them and they're always speaking, and you now find common interest, it's really hard for that to happen. But you have to understand, there are gonna be people like that. And they're assholes. They're dumbasses, because they have lost on a pearl. So instead of being this blah, 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 cry baby that they haven't responded, let's just focus on the road ahead of us and let's just think, okay, if this person doesn't care about who I am, I'm fine with it, man. I don't give a fuck. But that's not the main concern. The main concern is that this person followed up. He followed up to him. And when they will not respond, that is not your fault. That is their fault. They have not responded. But you have to try. You have to try to initiate. And that is where I will go into another step. The initiation. You have to be the initiator. Because it happened to all of us in our lives when we try to get to that party or that friend group meeting. But when we realized that nobody invited us, we felt heartbroken. We felt like we were not part of the tribe anymore. So that's why I encourage you to be the initiator and tell people, yo, would you like to come? And that makes people's hearts warm up, because now they're not being excluded from the group like they have been in the high school and the middle school. They're finally getting a chance to enter a social event with you. And if you're an initiator, you can make whatever rules you like. That is a huge advantage when you are the initiator. You don't give a fuck if that guy is an asshole and he's gonna be at that party. No, you don't give a shit, because you just don't have to invite him. And that's the overpowered power behind the initiation. You care if this person is gonna come, if this person ain't coming, and if this person is. You are making the rules, nobody else. And that's the best thing about being the initiator. So follow up with them and initiate the events. Prepare. People gonna love that shit. Finally, what I want to say is that you need to understand. Plan seeds inside other people's mind. If you are gonna have a nice conversation together with someone, just slightly say, and by the way, if you are gonna have some free schedule, we can meet up. If the other person is an initiator, they will remember that, because you have planted a little seed inside their mind, and they will automatically know that, oh, this person is open. But if you constantly keep talking about how your schedule is busy, how you have all of that on your calendar, blah, 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 people are gonna automatically assume that, oh, he doesn't have time, I'm not even gonna bother inviting him. So don't do that. Because if you are gonna try to be, oh, I'm so busy, guys, I'm so busy, no wonder you will get to no social events whatsoever. Because everybody thinks you are busy. But if you want 2025 to be the most social year of your life, tell them, I am open. Throughout this whole month, I will have no work whatsoever almost. But it has to be true. Tell them that, and you best believe they'll invite you almost immediately, because they will know that you are open. And a lot of people make this mistake and they're like, why am I not getting invited? Because they think you are busy, bro. And by the way, before you go, I have a very special surprise for you. I am the inventor of the social yin yang. The dark side is you. It's yourself, it's your confidence, it's your assertiveness, it's your respect in this entire world. But the light side is you being charming, understanding, and loving. Being able to listen towards the other people's ideas and not judging them. And if you combine all of these two things together, you will be able to acquire social yin yang, an ability that is about being yourself, but on the other hand, being so charismatic and extremely likable. How of a great world would that be if you could be yourself, not wearing this stupid mask your entire life, but on the other hand, being also extremely charismatic and being yourself. I have made a 6-month-old program. How can you achieve the social yin yang? You also get access to a full community of people who are just like you, who want to improve charisma and social skills. So for example, if you are better at listening than this person right here, you can give this person honest advice, and you can help him increase his listening or speaking skill, body language, whatever you can think about. Also, you'll get access to me as your charisma and communication skills teacher, and I will help you to increase your charisma, confidence, body language, speaking, millions of different stuff. We also have weekly calls, so you can hop on a call with me and we can talk about social skills for 1 hour straight. And a little cherry on top, you get access to 30 plus hours of lectures and courses made by me about charisma, social skills, first impression speaking, body language, charisma, millions of different stuff. So if you are interested in being the most charismatic version of yourself, but still being you, click the first link in the description. I will see you there. And by the way, if you are smart but lonely in life, you should watch this video right here. Live a happy life.